took this forwards into looking at how brain scans and neuroscience in general were being taken up in both art practice, very happy to meet Suzanne, and also in a variety of popular media. And I was interested in getting beyond the hand-wringing that was going on in places like neuroethics about everyone suddenly feeling we're only our brains, it's all a reductionist nightmare, and looking at the more critical and creative ways that people were using and taking up neuroscience. I'm still a total brain geek, but I now work in a medical museum, so my interests are in biomedicine more broadly in the public engagement world, and particularly around its material culture and how that might change how people meet and relate to medicine, and how the increasing interest, as a couple of people have pointed out, in bringing art and art practices into public engagement contexts that have been traditionally more focused on education and promotion. And this is a photo from one of our culture nights where you can see people being taught about these historical specimens. So I've been there for 2 years, and one of the reasons I'm really excited to be here is I feel still quite new to this field, and in the institution I'm in, which has a lot of energy under Thomas Soderquist's direction for continuing these kind of experiments, I'm keen to learn more and to change my thinking about what they could look like and what are the most productive and exciting and fun and crazy ways to go about these kinds of things. This is an event I organised with 3 artists. This is us doing eye yoga in the 18th century surgical auditorium, and we used a variety of different techniques to look at the things which are often overlooked, both in our bodies and in the museum. This was a workshop, that's Oren Katz, the bio-artist, and Ken Arnold, you can't quite see him, director of the Wellcome Collection, where we got an interdisciplinary group of people interested in materiality and medicine together and asked them to consider the future of how we could collaborate to communicate about these things by actually encountering some of the stuff. So we got lots of things out of the attics and the basements and asked people to speculate how we could use them. 1 minute, okay. And this is from a recent project, which was a biohacking lab installation, small room in the museum, where we're interested in how encountering the kind of craft practices of biohackers and their democratizing intentions, again often presented more simply than they actually manifested, might change engagement. I barely have time to mention my example, but Louis has done most of the work for me. This is from the Design Interactions group at RCA, and this is the Wellcome Collection's headquarters in London, where they had a commission to use it as essentially an exhibition space. So this is a very public space, lots of people saw this, and they exhibited all kinds of objects that had been produced under this programme. And I chose this example because I'm interested in